I am joined by Joanna Goddard, and she's the Director of Programs at BRIM. And you're here to tell me a bit about structuring cybersecurity within the UK government. I'm quite interested in that. I've got a few questions. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello.
So how do we make the supply chain safer for all?
It's a key challenge across the UK, and critically at this time, our supply chain, particularly small to medium-sized businesses, is rapidly changing. We know that we've got distilleries who are now churning out hand sanitizer. It's critical in our National Health Service supply chain. So I think it's a topic that everybody understands is a real day-to-day critical need, and it is very, very difficult because those small to medium-sized businesses in particular don't necessarily have large IT and security teams or resources. They understand that particularly if they've changed what they're manufacturing at the moment or what they're delivering, they might be a higher target for cyber criminals to try and paralyze their business and hold them to ransom.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really difficult for them under immense pressure, under very difficult operating circumstances to be able to tap into a way to make sure that they're more cyber resilient. So through the network of cyber resilience centres, we have this trusted, structured organisation within it, where trusted partners who are the certifying bodies who can provide you with the government's standard for cyber resilience. And it's collectively brings those people together to make sure that the quality assurance and standard of those certifying bodies, which is all run through Iasme nationally. So the government has appointed Iasme to be one point of contact for that. So the quality assurance and the level of it is there. So we now have that process in the UK, and it's just imperative that we reach as many to the small and medium-sized businesses as possible and help them navigate through that. So that is the process, if you like, that's structured and should be quite simple for a small business to navigate, understanding that notably their day-to-day pressures of running their business are pretty immense at the moment.
Right. So where do I start then on my cyber resilience journey? If I'm like a small business and I want to work with large businesses and secure their supply chains, like where do I start with this?
Achieving Cyber Essentials accreditation, and there are two different levels. There is one which is a sort of self-certification process, so you can learn some of the basics yourself and understand, take yourself through that. And then there's one where a certifying body would come in and take you through another set of processes and tests and take you through to accreditation. Those are structured. They sort of have a beginning, a middle and an end. You can't become complacent about these. You need to renew it on a regular basis. But I think there's a lot of confusion across the cyber industry for small and medium-sized businesses in particular, where they understand there's risk, they understand the point, they're smart business people who have grown successful businesses. But very woolly consultancy can leave them muddled. Huge reports that tell them what's wrong with their business, but they just don't have the time to process that and navigate it. Achieving Cyber Essentials is a really structured way that will put some robust measures in. And of the businesses where I've been involved watching that journey happen, they've actually fed back that they've had such strong learnings from the process. They understand it better, and whilst they run the day-to-day business, they're starting to build a longer-term cyber resilience plan. So it's a really good starting point on a journey that actually helps them achieve some improved resilience, and they can measure that.
Right, I get it. So where do I find someone to help me then, Joanna?
So Iasme are working very, very closely with the government and the National Cyber Security Centre. So we've got that structured place, and they have partnered with Business Resilience International Management and the network of cyber resilience centres that we're setting up in partnership with policing throughout the UK. So our job with the centres is to reach as many of those businesses as possible and make it fairly straightforward for a business to find their local supplier for cyber essentials and basically find a supplier that's on a par with the scale and size of their business. So if you've got a business with 10 people in it, you want a fairly small supplier that will take you through, but to the high quality standard, understands the day-to-day pressures and how you operate your business. Equally, if you've got 6 or 7 sites throughout the UK and you want a larger company because you might want some additional services from them, not just certification, then you need to know where to find them. So the Cyber Resilience Centres have structured groups within each geographical centre called Trusted Partners, so it becomes a recognised brand. these are the people who can help you achieve Cyber Essentials Plus, take you through as a certifying body. And they meet on a regular basis, get to know each other. Because clearly, as rushes of demand kick in, if one of these companies is at capacity, because it's quite intense work for their consultants, it's very, very thorough work, then they can recommend a fellow trusted partner. And that's a good, healthy relationship from essentially competing businesses. But they understand critically with cyber, if somebody has a need, you can't wait. So they work very closely together. And equally, those trusted partners do meet on a regular basis with policing and look at the ethics, the integrity, the quality assurance, what's going on in the marketplace, and feed that back into Iasme and the government. So there's a constant flow of information so that those standards are strictly managed.
Super. Well, thanks. That's been very interesting. I'm sure you're going to drop a link somewhere so people can click and grab more information, right? Thanks for
watching. You're welcome.
watching.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.